Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am broadcasting from Moscow, Russia. In case you're new to my channel, I moved back to my country of Russia from the United States, where I lived there for 25 years. And I've been watching a bunch of videos. Just now, they had a video on CNBC about a woman who moved from Houston, Texas to Mexico City. And this is what I wanted to kind of talk about. I know there's a lot of channels talking about like retirement, fire, financial independence, retire early, and all that. And I also wanted to talk about that because I think it's an interesting topic. So when I talk about Russia, let's skip all the political reasons because I don't want to, go to the gulag and all that. So I moved here because I was born here, and I live my life. My life is independent of what's going on. So anyway, the whole retirement thing is, I totally agree with it. Because the unfortunate thing is that despite the United States having some pluses, life in there has become too expensive. Especially, California is just a complete disaster on its own. Um, so the whole financial, and I've been watching Dave Ramsey where people discuss their like financial whatever. It's interesting because we are lucky to live in the age of the internet where there are income opportunities available from working online. This was not the case like 30, 40 years ago, and that's what I'm doing. I'm also working online. So if you're interested in the topic of how to retire, how to save money, how to move to a different country, low cost country, then subscribe to my channel because I'm going to talk about it. The good thing is that all of the services right now, like retirement and all that, are online. So you can, manage your investments, you can work online, you can access your banks, you can do all that remotely from almost anywhere in the world. And thankfully, that's the reason why you see what's happening in countries like cities like San Francisco, Portland, where it's just a complete disaster. Because what's happening there? Everybody's leaving, and the only people that are left are drug addicts, homeless people. I'm not talking down on them. I'm just saying that I don't want to be one of them. That's the thing. All the good people are leaving because these cities are unlivable, they're expensive, and it's a global world. You have to compete. San Francisco has to compete with uh, China, with India, because you can move. It's not an island. And it seems like they refuse to compete, they refuse to improve anything. So I've been watching a bunch of channels. I just watched this thing on CNBC about a woman who moved to Mexico City. I also have and I'm also probably gonna link them in the comments or whatever, reference them. There's this channel I've been watching about this couple who moved to Ecuador and all that. Now, um, this is what I think about moving to South America or North America, or whatever. No, to South America. So Mexico, well, anywhere in the American continent, like moving south from the United States. Me personally, because I'm originally from Europe, I decided that I want to live in Eastern Europe where I'm from because things are here, easier for me because I want to be around people that are of my background and all. That's easier. Like I thought about, if I moved, let's say to Ecuador, I'm not Ecuadorian and it would be difficult for me, I feel, to connect with people. I would still feel out of place. I was tired of being an immigrant. That's what, and I'm not an immigrant here. So what I'm saying is, like, let's say if you're in the United States and your like great relatives are somewhere from like Italy or whatever, it could be a good idea to explore Italy, to explore your roots, to go there because you would feel most comfortable there. If your relatives are from Ecuador, then go to Ecuador. I'm just saying that it would be more comfortable. Now, regarding money, right? Um, like right now, especially if you're like a native English speaker or a citizen of the United States, I feel that there's plenty of online jobs where you would make at least probably $2,000-3,000 a month, and on that money you would have a very comfortable life anywhere in a low-cost country, anywhere. If you have any questions about moving or how to retire or managing finances, I'll put a link below to my contact information, or just post in the comments. Because I feel that this type of life where you move to a low-cost country and either live on your retirement, live on your pension, work online, or you have investments, is a much better quality of life than you could have anywhere in the US. That's the reality now. Housing is much cheaper, and that's. But in order to do that, you have to be financially independent. You have to have money, meaning without money, you will not be able to retire or move anywhere. I know it's a bit all over the place or whatever, but that's how it is. So, you either have to have an online job in order to do this, you have to either have a pension or some kind of passive income or an investment account in order to do that. So you have to, if you don't have any of those things, you have to start early, because it's going to take you a long time. If you're like 20 years old and you're thinking, I want to do this when I'm 40, then you have to plan very, very early so that you have the money and the funds in order to do all this. Because getting income in a different country is extremely difficult. Like I was born in Russia, and even for me, uh, getting a job here or making any kind of meaningful money, because the salaries here are very low. People make as little as $200-300 a month. Well, not in the capital, but I mean, the typical salary here is $1,000 a month, which would be barely enough to survive here. I will talk, well, not barely, you could survive. I will talk about how much money I spend in the next video, but like, I just wanted to kind of have a general introduction about it, because I haven't made a video in a while. As far as my own life goes, everything is relatively fine. Things have gotten really expensive here lately. My monthly spending has gone up, even though I'm still doing the same thing. Probably has doubled in the last like 2 years, and you all know why. Inflation and everything that's going on. So it's kind of sad that I think life here in Russia is kind of getting worse, unfortunately, and you know they're screwing up things that used to be good. Like things used to be dirt cheap here. I don't think they're dirt cheap anymore. Everything has gone up in price. Price of taxes has gone up. All of that. So, yeah. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe, like. I'll talk to you guys later.